What's up, everybody? The Roar here, and here I am in Fairfax, Virginia, on my small town, small city tour. Take a look at this, what I found. A piano in the middle of a park. How awesome is that? That piano is working, and it's anyone that plays it can sit there and play it. It was given or donated to the park by the Fairfax Art Commission. Thought that was pretty cool. Let's go take a look at this Christmas tree. And I want to tell you about what happened yesterday on my vid as I was approaching the Clifton Hotel. You noticed, my video went out. So what happened was, I was walking to the Clifton Hotel. As you could tell, it was snowing and raining, and my phone was just I was trying to keep it dry. Every so often, take a video, put it in my pocket, let it dry out, put it in the car, let it dry out. So about every minute I would get back out, or every 30 seconds to a minute, get back out and do another video. But that was not enough. It kept cutting out on me every 30 seconds. It just restarted because it was so wet. So I had to put it in rice to dry it out. Stuff really works. Take a look at this. I wanted to show you some historical buildings around Fairfax this morning. What? I'm gonna get my... Oh, this is the gardens. I know exactly where this is. Trying to figure this out. It's really cool. Look at that historic house. Yeah, I knew exactly where that was. I was reading up on a little bit of the history of Fairfax. Good Lord, look at this ice. You gotta be careful. I already hurt my arm today. I was helping move some furniture this morning. Whoa! I was helping move some furniture this morning, and I slipped, grabbed onto something, but my body kept going and my arm kept hanging on. So I think I tore a muscle, because it is aching right now. Now take a look at this. I wanted to show you this. The old fire station, which is now a restaurant and bar with some really good food. Right there is where they would put the fire trucks in. It's pretty cool. And in my last video, I did not show this. Old Town Hall built by Joseph Willard and given to the townspeople in the 1900s. Oh no. You can't go up there. I was going to hope to go up there, and it's got the Huddleston Library and Old Town Hall, the old courthouse. I believe they actually had trials in there as well. But it's also is most famously known as the Old Town Hall. You see the small house right here in front? That was the old Herald building right across from the Town Hall. I want to show you these old buildings here and a little bit of history behind them. Actually, we're gonna have to cross the street, but I wanted to show you that gray, pink, and purple building called East Winds now. It was a location of a bar called T.T. Reynolds that had a lot of up-and-coming punk bands. That was like the punk place to be if you liked alternative and punk rock back in the day. There were so many bands, so many people. Although it was a bar, you were allowed to enter, I believe, if you were under 21 to see a show. You just had to be with a parent. Or maybe it was 21 to drink, 18. Under 18, you had to be there with a parent. But most shows were 18 and over. But that was a lot of history in there. But I wanted to check out this building too, because this has a lot of history. Take a look at this. I love the style of this building. It's very old Western. But it's also the location of the hay and grain feed store back in the 1900s. Hasn't really changed much. And we're gonna go by the old TT Reynolds place, where lots and lots of concerts were held right back there. You entered through here, and then the bands and concerts were on through that passageway right back there. So amazing. I also wanted to show you up at the courthouse, the old courthouse. They took down the monuments. Kind of bummed about. There's a couple things I want to show you on this corner. There's the FAR building, which is an event place. You can have events in there apparently. And then here, what used to be the old Bank of America, from what I understand, is also known as the first brick bank in the US. I'm not entirely sure on that. I have to check that out. But that right there in the corner was the first bank, according to my reading, the first brick and mortar bank in Virginia. I'm not entirely sure on that, but that's what some of the things we're saying online. But take a look. I wanted to show you this. Do you remember when we came up here? I'm right here on the corner in Fairfax of Chainbridge Road in Maine, the old courthouse up here. And they removed the statues, the Civil War statues, which was only a cannon and a rock of some of the war victims here today. And I'm really upset about that. There was no racist undertones to that. It was just a cannon. And these cities are removing these statues right under our noses. And they're melting them down. They're not replacing them. They're not going in museums. Cannons that won the war for the North. That one in particular was the one that just defended, I believe, this courthouse. But I'm a little upset about that. I mean, some generals I understand need to be taken down. Like the guy in DC, I read his history. He was a very, very evil person. Some other generals maybe. But all in all, what are we doing? We're just erasing history. This was a cannon. Just a cannon. It wasn't anything else. But I guess cannons are bad now. It's another thing. Virginia's becoming a lot like California, where we elect on emotion, where we end up getting just the dumbest people in office. I said it. I hate to say it, but I said it. Although the governor is doing a great job during the COVID pandemic, he is one dumb person. All right, guys, I got one more thing to show you. Here's one last piece of history in the city. The Moore House, where Ranger John Mosby, now he was a Confederate Ranger going around arresting Northern generals. Actually, he was looking for Percy Wyndham, who was supposed to be at this house, supposedly, but it turns out he was around the corner at the house over there that I showed in a previous video. And we'll go check it out. So we're right down here, and while we are walking down here, let me just explain something a little bit real quick. I did get a little political there, and I apologize. I just am a little fed up at the way the direction of our government is going, where we remove statues without explaining the history behind it. They don't tell us Virginia is a commonwealth. Now, the law states what a commonwealth is we, the citizens, are supposed to decide the laws. We're supposed to vote in every election, both in the primaries and the general election, people in the Commonwealth vote on the laws that are passed. Now, we have gone from those days. That's what a Commonwealth is. And sadly, I gotta watch what I said, there's a lot of ice. Sadly, they are not following that. And our electors down in Richmond are too busy taking money. They're too busy making deals, backroom deals, just to try to get another governor in office. For example, our former governor is running again, which I'm against. Once you lose, although he can, but there's a lot of other promising politicians that are going to lose out. A lot more promising politicians that I support more than that current governor. Or not that current governor, the previous governor. So in Virginia, you're allowed to run one term, take a term off, and run for a second term, non-consecutive. That has only been done once, I believe. Every other governor has had the common sense to stay out of office. So, but this year we have 8 governors running for office, all of them more qualified than the people that we have in there. So I would like to see them have the advantage. I see them do better than our current governor. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. I'm just a little teed off. Because Virginia is not what it used to be. It's just who can throw the most money at a politician to get the deal done. But here's what I wanted to show you. The Gunnell House, where that general was, right next to the church. So, all right, guys, that does it. Before I go on another political rant. I don't like doing that on these videos. But when you remove artifacts or history right from the town square that doesn't even have any resemblance to any, doesn't have a resemblance to hate. It's civil war. It happened in our country. We've overcome it. We live in the greatest country we live in right now. As long as we know that, who cares? I mean, seriously. Yes, some generals, yes, some people need to be taken off. Like the general in D.C. that was torn down. I supported that. I mean, he went around and after they were dead and robbed from the soldiers. Okay, take him down. But others, even though it was a civil war, they fought for what they believed in. I don't think we should punish people that was ages ago. As long as we know now not to do that, as long as we know now that's not the case, we're already better human beings. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for this little rant. Adios.